WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Oh man, they done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up!
So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talking about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Oh, yeah.
The skin of men fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. You live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so it's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear. Justice what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain and keep reaching. I'm painting this picture. I hope you see it. Just what the theme is. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey, hey, hey. Well, how about you? Done seen these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can grow to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated, mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey, hey.
All of the programs that I attended, all of the education that I had, college, public, and otherwise, nobody ever told me that I was an African woman. Nobody ever told me what the history of African people were. Nobody ever told me that America is business, and without business you will have nothing and be nothing. And nobody ever told me how to organize business so that I would be able to develop institutions in my own community. So now the sincerity of all of the programs and all of the education has to be questioned, indicted, and convicted, because the bottom line is that America is not and has never tried to produce African adults who are functional, self-sufficient, who understand their politics, their economics, and their relationship to the world politics and the world economics. I have lived listen, you have to have some confidence in the power of African people amongst ourselves to establish a foundation. We have utter chaos in our cities, and you got to do that. You can have a program. I'm not saying we've built a lot of institutions, and those institutions have not been effective. The majority of millions of African youth in this country are dying mentally, dying spiritually, dying emotionally, dying academically, and you may have a program, Mr. Brown may have a program, but what we got to talk about is an American government that tracks millions of African people who don't go to your program, don't go to Brown's program, millions of African people, not only here, but all around the world, and if we are not honest enough to say who are our friends, who are our enemies, to know what a friend is, to know what an enemy is, we will constantly be trying to get into people's parties, to shake our butts with them, to get them to like us, and that's not the question. The question is, what can we build amongst ourselves to secure ourselves from our enemies so that we will be able to survive into the future?
Yes, sir. You already know what time it is, family. It's the #1 Black Power Hour in the nation. New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media. And you already know what time it is, family. It's your boy, D Cook on location, and I'm never alone, family. Never alone. Sis, holler at him real quick.
Peace. How y'all feeling, family? I hope y'all know that the grown man Hawk is outside.
Colder than a witch's titty. I'm talking about.
Listen to me, family. It's so nip tuck outside. And that was probably me right there on the reverb. That was me. One time, your boy D Cook. One time.
What was that he did to me?
I didn't even check myself. I'm looking around like, now, which one of y'all got y'all phone in here going?
I know, right?
It's D Cook in here. No doubt, family, right? But that Hawk outside, nip tuck right now. It's nip tuck outside. Man. I said, I am not ready, boy.
I said all the cuss words of the alphabet when I stepped outside. I wasn't ready.
I'm downstairs like, shit. I'm protesting this whole. You see what I'm saying? This is what happened when they take us from our homeland.
Man.
And got us over here.
They ain't let the sun come out.
Right. With all this coldness coming down on us, this chill. Listen, that Hawk is out there. Make sure that you dress appropriately, family.
Yes.
If you don't have anywhere to go ahead and chill. Stay at the crib. Do what you got to do, right? Because it definitely is cold out there, right?
Yes, sir. And y'all know I'm going to tell y'all to get something good up in your systems.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Get you some hot soup. If you can, lay off the meat a little bit. Just... what you gotta do.
Yeah, so that really is your thing, huh?
It really is. I just was talking to my mama. I'm like, what you eat this morning? If you don't have an appetite, just get you some broth. You know what I'm saying? Get something hot up in your system.
Definitely.
It's crazy right now. And as cold as it is, you wouldn't think that Corona could survive. But, I guess it's Chi-Town bound. So it came, you got to buy your winter coat from Chicago. When you
got to buy it.
When you get it when you get here.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
they starting to put all of the signs back up. You can't come in without your mask on. I'm like, we getting ready to get back to it.
Yeah. Shit, the way it's cold outside today, I don't mind wearing the mask.
Yeah, right. Shit.
You can't look player with tears coming out your eyes.
Right. And I'm over here crying an extra tear because I'm like, this Streets is Watching gonna be the realness, ain't it?
Oh my goodness. How much do you love your people?
Right.
How much do I really love y'all?
They'll be all right.
Facts. No doubt, family. So listen, with all that coldness out there, we supplying the heat for you, family. Each and every week, we try to bring you the realness. That's that edutainment that KRS-One was talking about, you know. Yeah. We give you that entertainment. You feel the vibe. We make sure that it's family. And then we continue on. We give you that educational piece that you can take with you and possibly multiply on in your community. This week will be no different, so we appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Please take the time to share this to your page.
Share.
Tag somebody, because we're not going to disappoint. Come on, family. I ain't in the business of tooting my own horn, right? But each week we come on here and we try to make sure that we give you, profound and solid topics.
Yeah.
And thus far, judging by what the people say, what you say to us, it's hitting every week, family.
Yeah.
So know we not going to miss, right?
Exactly.
It's going to be something important, so call everyone in, all right? So I was thinking, on that note, each week we have all these different topics.
Right.
And we really put time into this, family. Let me just say this off the top of the head as I'm saying peace and love to y'all. Y'all should be on some of these Zoom calls when we be preparing for the show.
Hours.
Family, our preparation for the show is 3 times longer than the show.
Yeah.
And that's why I be it's like somebody done stole my stomach hungry. Because finally the show done kicked off and I'm starving.
Right. And sometimes we be talking and we be so far, we be like, family, that was a whole show right there.
Yeah. Time out. Now y'all got to remember some of this stuff when we get in there.
Right. So I said that to say that sometimes it's important to make sure that we put the right amount of weight on the subject that it deserves.
Come on.
Right.
Right. So we wanted to know just from you all today. Let's just take a second to breathe, because each week we have heavy topics, and we want to know which topic stands out to you. Like, which point were we talking about? And you was like, yes.
What hit home?
That's that piece.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and start off, because for me, and you said it, sis, when we were in our meeting.
You better not pick mine.
I hope it's not, sis, but it probably will be.
We be
'cause I
on one
told you a
accord.
female me all day long.
We
You know
be
what I'm
on
saying?
one
You got that,
accord.
that ownership and collaboration.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Ownership. And why that hits home for me, because like I'm a big fan of the group economics. We talk about this every week, right? And to me, when we talked about like ownership and collaboration, I can hear E voice right now. Shout out to the president, Big E. We love you, bro. I can hear your voice.
We like him a little bit. Don't put too much on it. Bro.
Listen, Sam, I don't have to like you to do business with you.
Right.
And that's so true, right? It removes emotion.
Right.
It's emotionless. Ownership and collaboration. You don't have to like the next man or next woman to understand that we linked and we bound by each other. What happens to them happens to you, family.
Yeah.
The bigger picture.
We have to, no matter what we doing, family, this is what we have to stop doing. Taking breaks off of being all in. All in mean all in.
Yeah.
We can't take no breaks off. So it's with everything that we do. And I check myself sometimes too. Like some nights you moving quick and I'm in one of those lines. I told y'all, man, I hate it too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm stopping in here. All right, I'm gonna grab some fries. I'm gonna just grab some fries.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
But I'm knowing in the back of my mind I'm supposed to be at a black-owned business. I'm knowing it, right, family? And I'm just giving money away. And I'm saying if I'm doing that, I can just imagine, how
Yeah.
many people who don't even have this thought. Like how many times you stopping in the fast food places and giving our money out unconsciously and they keeping it consciously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ownership and collaboration for me. I'll get back to that, but I just want to hear what y'all got
No,
to say.
but
as well
real
on that.
quick though, I think like just on that ownership and collaboration, like the maturity in it is, while I may not like you, I love you enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really fuck with you, but I love you enough because I see our struggles as the same. I see us in the same predicament, the same situation, and that's why for me, the what is war and are we at war? You know what I'm saying? That week where we did that, because there's not a waking moment where we're not seeing something on social media, on the TV, on the radio. Like, step outside your front door and you see something that reminds you you're a political prisoner around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We POWs around this bad boy because we are constantly struggling and it's stressed out and trying to figure out, like, there's no relaxing. There's
It's
no
constant
relaxation.
pressure. We under constant pressure.
Under constant, even though we chilling around here, we stay chilling. Like bro said, reiterating what Sister Soldier said, who are our friends and who are our enemies. You know what I'm saying? We are constantly in a position where we're staring the enemy in the face. Some folks out there trying to shake our butts with them. You know what
Yeah, I
I'm
like when
saying?
she said that.
Yeah, I love when she say that. You know what I'm saying? Because we are at war, and I really love that show because it's something that I think that we need to focus on and really get an understanding, because I don't think a lot of our people look at it that way.
And they may not look at it that way, but they can't deny that it's something happening, because we're losing across the board in a lot of areas. And a lot of it was with our children. But me personally, let's see, my favorite show. I was been thinking about it for ever, but I think it was about the sexual abuse and molestation piece, because it just kind of opened up a lot of different areas where we shared different possibilities in the ways that we can introduce it to our youth. And somebody shared something with me in the inbox, and I shared it on my page, and it was talking about Professor Griff, and he was talking about in December of 2012 how hip hop would be today. And, you know, just to connect the two, it's just like, you know, our youth are so sharp. We do not give them credit for how sharp they are.
We constantly blaming them for shit.
Yes. And so me and my oldest son, he's 17, we were in the car listening to it. And I was just like, you know, how do you feel? And he just sounds so defeated. Like, you know, I told him, I said, you know what, y'all generation, you know, is gonna, you know, help us in so many ways. He was like, I don't know, Mom. He was like, you know, it's, you know, I be talking to kids that already be talking about they be drinking and getting high and stuff. And I was like,
Caleb too.
and I was like, you
8th
know,
grade.
I was like, son, you know, you're a senior. I said, it's a lot of kids in your class that they taking care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's precious. I'm not giving them excuses. I said, but just, you know, have a little faith. And just, you know, that conversation, it reminded me of that show because, you know, how little we think that the kids understand, how little we think that they're not, you know, that they don't get depressed about certain things. It just was a real eye-opener, and it sat heavy with me for a lot of days after that because it was just like, man, we just got to find a way to talk about it. And I myself introduced the discussion with my sons that night, and it went well. You know, my baby boy, he's 11. He was looking at me like, what? You know, like, people do what? You know, and I'm like, yeah, you know, so if that ever comes about, I just want you to know that you have all space and opportunity with me to talk about it. And I got your back. I'm your mother, you know, and it was just like, man, it kind of like took me for a limb that he was so surprised that I was talking about it with him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know, I give thanks, but at the same time, it's somebody in his class that's not as fortunate. So,
Right.
you know, I just, you know, welcomed that space with them, that warmth, and, you know, I welcomed it, you know, just as genuine as I could. And I just told them, you know, y'all encourage y'all friends, you know, to talk about stuff like that. And so that was a real dope show for me.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I think that's so important what you said. I just had that argument, I guess, with the children's father because he's like, why do you talk to them about certain things and they don't need, why would you tell them that? And I'm like, because I need them to understand that I'm human. I need them to understand that I've fucked up and, you know, I've recovered from it and, like, it's okay. Like, who else are they supposed to talk to? So I think that's real dope, like what you said, and I don't want that to be missed. Like, I think parents and adults have this idea that you've got to put up this front of being perfect or all-knowing for the youth. Number one, like you said, they sharp. They not stupid. They see us messing up all the time. And so, like, they know what it is. So I just think that's really dope to like spread that message too. Like, quit putting on the front for your kids. They see you.
Yeah. You know what? And I think that's such an excellent point right there that you all on. I'm going to go ahead and rock with that because you know what? It's like a double-edged sword. For you to believe that, you know what, I have to put up a front in front of my child is also the same vein that you believe you have to show up to the rest of the world.
That's true.
That's the same. It's
That's
the same vein. Stun, right? Like not connected with self, right? And so that's what is the bottom line of everything that we try to talk about with New Era Chicago family. Every topic we bring up is to bring you back to self. Like, we want an about face on everything, right? Brother E said on here, the prayer said, like, it's too much to unpack in 1 hour, right? We will forever be unpacking, right, family? But something that we can do in the midst of unpacking is put action into work.
Come on.
And me and Brother EJ always talk about this, right? Like, our definition for action is aggressively coming together in our neighborhoods.
Come on.
Yeah.
Aggressively, family, right? Understand the language that you just heard.
That's powerful.
We ain't say walk out and do no kumbaya, nothing, right? We said aggressively come together in your neighborhoods. And that's why ownership is the piece for me. You brought up Professor Griff, right? I have this video that I show in my group facilitation all the time. It's brother from The Rock, Dame Dash.
Okay.
Right? He be going in on a lot of his videos, right?
Yeah.
But when he get to breaking it down about finances, I swear.
Yeah.
on point,
And what he
right?
leaving for his children.
Listen,
And
yeah,
bro
me.
be going in.
I played the one where he was on the Breakfast Club and he was just breaking it down to the DJ on there. He was like, listen, man, we got two different mentalities, bro.
Period.
He's
He
like,
told him,
don't-
you can't even talk to me.
Don't associate these other rappers that you saying got millionaires. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm a mogul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a tycoon.
Yeah.
I got it, bro. You know what I'm
Speak it.
saying?
Legacy.
He's like, and I worked for it, right? Because I had that mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, but for some people, he was like, don't say that, bro. Because you looking looking at somebody that did it.
Right,
you know What I'm
right.
saying? It may be hard, but you can get it done. That's where the collaboration piece comes
Yeah.
in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The ownership and collaboration. He was telling him, like, if you a DJ, if you love DJing so much, right? Like, he asked him a question. If you died today, could you leave this radio station
To your
son?
children. Yes, right.
That makes everybody got to
It
pause
just-
for a
man.
second,
He
right?
shut 'em down
now,
for a
they tried
second,
to
'cause
say
they
yes
was
at
try-
first. They were like, I sure can.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, how? He's
Boy,
like, I brought stocks
this
in it.
ain't
He's like,
yours.
listen to me, bro.
You bought
You
stocks.
brought stocks in
This
it.
ain't yours.
This is not yours, right? He was like, don't you think your son be proud to wake up in the morning and have, you know what I'm saying, Dash last name or Cook last name or whatever your last name is on his business? You know what I'm saying, right? And so for me, light bulbs just click inside my head. Whatever it is, like you say, our children are so brilliant, right? Sharina came to me the other day. She was like, I'm just thinking of ideas like how to make money. And, it's legal to sell lemonade and stuff like that, right? I
Yeah.
be saying Sister Erica do. I'm like, right.
Right,
She's
right.
like, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was like,
Sister Eric
okay.
ain't no crook out here, is she? Can I get in?
Right. She's like, I can set up right there.
Yeah.
Right? So
For
she
sure.
already thinking like a
And that's
business
powerful.
owner, right?
Because she sees it. She's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The fact that the baby was able to reference someone close to her
Yes, that she sees.
that she sees. You know what I'm saying? She ain't talking about, somebody on TV or her favorite singer or whoever, and that's fine for them to, do their thing.
Yep.
But in close proximity, she done tasted the lemonade. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that too, huh? Cool. Okay, she got a
That's
flavor she
powerful.
thinking
I love
about.
it. Yeah, I bet you she do.
I promise you she do, right?
Tell her I'm gonna give her the recipe.
And that's what's up, right? And I'm saying you just
Collaboration.
never know. You never when you pass that because how many times have you been somewhere and the youth, whether he grew up or she grew up in the community with you, but they'll tell you something
Yeah.
that you said.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You like
Facts.
now who said that piece right there? I don't remember none of that, right? They be listening.
They give you the whole
They
day.
be listening.
They be
family,
listening.
right?
Yeah.
So it's important that we mentally be on our Harriet Tubman when we were leading somebody
That's
somewhere.
facts.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
and I always say to my youth, like, just imagine if she was leading them to death.
Right.
It's important, you know what I'm saying, what we leading them. And we have people,
Girl.
you know what I'm saying, misunderstood, you know what I'm saying, stood maybe thinking they moving in a sign of real love, you know what I'm saying, and misinforming our youth
Yeah.
if we're not teaching ownership and collaboration.
Yep.
I was watching, I don't remember what show it was, but the sister said something that triggered me because she walked in and was talking about her kids. And she was like, these kids think they grown. I done already told them, do as I say, not as I do. And that was something you heard back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And my mama would say that. And as an adult, like, it's cringeworthy because no child is going to do what you said. They're going to always do what you do. They're going to always do. So when folks are out here false flagging under the red, black, and green, you know what I'm saying? You out here knowing you living foul. and you know what I'm saying, you supposed to be representing a particular thing and moving on behalf of the people and on behalf of the movement and what our ancestors set for us as a black print. Man, listen, you think your kids don't see that.
Come on.
Think your kids ain't paying attention to that. They ain't following you on social media, but they see you out there waving that flag, and then they hear you on the phone with your homegirls talking that reckless bullshit, or you know what I'm saying, with your homeboys doing that reckless. But they see that,
Even if you got the door closed.
even if you got the
Walls
door
are super
closed,
thin.
and you gonna know as soon as they hit 16, 17,
Yep.
and now you on the phone. I don't know why this. I don't know what's wrong with them. You, you.
Family, listen. We're talking about topics that we've discussed. New Urban Chicago Radio and What's in It for the Black People Media. We want to hear from you. We want to see your comments. We want to hear some of the topics. What topics should we discuss? What do you think is important for us to move to the next level? All these things are important right now, family. Sis, that's so powerful what you said. That's in my soul right now. sis.
Yeah.
Like, come on, family. Well, listen, when we help somebody else, we help ourselves.
it.
We talked about that on the episode that Sis talked about.
Yep.
Rape and molestation, like the trauma that we living with. It's hard to unpack it for our child because we never unpacked it for ourselves.
Yep.
Right?
And there's healing.
It's hard for us to teach our children to have ownership because we never thought it was possible for us. Right? We said, family, we want to do an about face. Listen, family, life is so short. We get 24 hours in a day, right? Most people, if you're lucky, you get the chance to sleep 5 or 6 hours a night. If you
Lucky.
If you lucky, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, you giving 8 hours to a job, right? 10.
It-
Because I know
realistically,
you got to travel somewhere.
Yeah.
Family. You don't work right down the street from the house.
Mm-hmm.
You got to travel somewhere, and you got to travel back, and you got to make a stop because you got babies. You got to feed them too.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get home, they don't care nothing about what damn shift you just
Nothing
work.
about
You
it.
beat it, kick rocks. I need you right here with me. All right, this math complicated. You full time, family. You full time. How much time do you really get to focus in on the community as a whole and be there for everybody, right? It's important. Every opportunity you get to plant positive seeds, family.
Absolutely.
And that's just what it is right there. Planting positive seeds. Family. We got to do this, family. We can't continue to play with this. So what I want is, if you all got businesses that's black owned that you know in the community, drop them inside the chat right now.
Please
Like
do.
we want to see them. Let's go. We
Tag
usually
'em.
like shout out the business. Let's go, family. Right?
Yeah.
Let's stop playing.
And we're going to read off what if you can get it in there and we can get it in, we'll read them off.
No doubt.
Yeah.
For sure. Now listen, ownership and collaboration. I brought it up already. I want to come back to my sisters. I know we got a lot to talk about. You never get to talk about your business. Bring it back. Let's do it, right? You killing.
He always throwing it.
killing,
That's why
sis.
we love you.
You killing, sis. Hey, I'm talking about I try to buy them by the cases.
Man, so Aunt Essence came down. She was gonna come down this morning to grab hers.
That's my baby girl.
Man, family, just seeing in light of everything that we dealing with right now, you know, my wheels are constantly turning. Just trying to find an easier way for us to stay on task as far as our health go. We don't know what's happening out here. You know, if it's not the corona, if it's not the flu-rona or whatever else they done named it, you know, we just have to get back to taking care of ourselves. And that, I think, in love, that's why I think I'm able to continuously do what I'm doing, because I genuinely want us to be okay. I want us to have a well-maintained temple, you know, as far as like stress going, you know, just, you know, all of the stuff that we just habitually, the many ways that we habitually just overdo it to our bodies. You know, I'm not the whole, you know, new year, new me thing. I just gonna get the first week is, you know, is rest, but I am going to do a detox because I was sick at one point. A couple of the other people were sick, but, you know, it's just like whether it's corona or not, you know, something is taking place in this air, in the water, and something.
Yeah.
And the only way that we can get back to it is if we, you know, just put it in our systems. The different minerals and the different herbs and things like that. And I love learning about it. I love sharing the information that I get. And, you know, I just know how beneficial it is. I know how beneficial it is, you know, and everybody look at like massage like it's a, you know, it's a plus. But no, massage is something, it's a necessity.
It
You
is.
know, and the insurances are going to start
self-care.
paying for it, you know, because it's a lot of just stagnant parts, you know, and I mean that, you know, mind, body, and spirit, you know, I
Physically
mean
and
that.
literally.
Yes, I mean that. And, you know, one way we just try to ease away from it. We just being mindful of what we eating, what we you know, taking into our bodies. You know, these corner restaurants and, you know, the main ones. I'm a fool for Popeyes. I ain't gonna even lie. But, you know, it's just everything in moderation. You know, and really educating ourselves about what it is that they're offering to us. You know, so I just, like I said, Blue Lotus Holistic Hub. It's just so much that comes with. You know, it's the lemonades, it's the smoothies. I'm working on a bunch of different juices, you know, for the winter, for the summer, just something that we can have on the go. You know what I mean? And just getting the information out. It's not just a regular here, just transaction. I want to be able to provide the information that I gather. I want to be able to give it to you and introduce you with your drink.
Yeah, because this ain't
or your
Kool-Aid.
beverage. Exactly.
This
I
ain't
want-
Kool-Aid,
and,
yeah.
and it ain't. It is not going. It don't have to always be nasty, but it don't always have to just be absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
We have to retrain our palates and the way that we, you know, view food and vegetables and things of that nature. So that's my whole goal, family, and that's man. I just it's definitely it's a healing to it, and that I just feel like that's what I came here for. You know.
the #1 Black Power Hour in the
All day.
nation, family. New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media. Family, I was just thinking right now, like, just how fucking dope you is, sis. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't it?
Like,
Give it
both of
thank
y'all queens, like, for sure, right? Like, that's the shit right there. And you bring that, like, to the nation. You do. I was thinking about that when sis was speaking, right? It don't matter where we got something going on at. Whether we in Miami, Detroit, Atlanta, it don't matter where
Checking
we
on
at.
some damn body.
Sis is well received.
Yeah.
And when she ain't there, that's the first thing they saying. Where's Sister Erica at? We be like, dang, I don't know exactly. You know what I'm
And
saying?
know
What-
everybody.
I'm
be
here
like,
though. I'm here though.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Right? They like, where's Sister Erica at? Right?
Yeah.
And that says something about a person, right? I'm just bringing this up to say that that's the joy. That's the thing that brought me to New Era Nation, family. You know, each week we come on here, we talking about building, and we say you don't have to do it with New Era Nation. But if there's some people like on the fence and don't have a home on where to come and
What's
to
the
produce,
better place?
New Era Chicago is that place, family. New Era Chicago is that place. And it's not just the work that we're doing. It's this right
It's
here.
the love,
It's this,
yeah.
It's this love. It's the connection. It's me being side by side right now
It's the
with 2 other
collaboration.
business. Oh, it's the collaboration piece. Right?
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on now.
It's
It's
the
the
collaboration.
collaboration piece, right? We're practicing everything that we're talking about, everything that we're preaching, right? We got to live it, family.
That's it.
Remember, Prayers put it back in the comments. He said, action, I love it. Action, family, aggressively coming together in our own neighborhoods. We have to aggressively do that. And I'm really proud, you know what I'm saying, of you for holding the fort like that. Both
Yeah.
of y'all
Thank you.
queens, for
Yeah.
sure,
Man,
right?
you know, it's been a whole pleasure, you know, because we don't always know how to do this, family. I just
Yeah.
want to tell y'all that, and it be so much fun learning it along the way, because we don't do it without no smiles. I'm gonna just tell you that it ain't, you know, we have some laughs, and sometimes, you know, it gets elbow to elbow, but the finished product, you know, is for the people, and man, you know,
The
it
growth
just,
that comes from it.
yes,
The journey.
yes,
The
yes.
growth in the journey. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes, and we got some sharp people, you know, that's standing with us, y'all. We really do.
Yeah.
Across the nation.
And sister, you are, I know you had the thought right there, because I already know how you operate.
you
I don't
saw
know if
me
you
look-
lost it. I don't know if you lost it, but you
I
definitely
don't
had
know.
one.
I just was really just thinking about, because however many years it's been, 6 or
6, 7,
okay, so
6 for
you know,
sure.
probably about 5. Like, if I just think back on where I was when I started, like, I've always been into pro-Black issues and things that are going on. But like, once being 10 toes down in the org and just being out there, and we joke about it, but you really have to ask yourself sometimes, how much do I love my people? Like, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's selling you no dream.
That's facts.
But if you understand that the end result, or the goal, I said gold, the goal, like, that's what the focus is. And the fact that you get to do that with people that you can laugh with, you know what I'm saying? We know each other's kids. You know what I'm saying? We didn't cried. We didn't been drunk, late for work the next morning, and that's the like. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I can't stay. I ain't going with her no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going through the growing pains and then those victories that we have, like with the shutdowns. Man, you ain't experienced nothing until you stood with New Era Chicago, shutting the business down, the power that comes from that, and being able to stand together and say, this is our community.
Yeah, come on now.
This we live here.
And it's an unshakable power.
Oh, my
Let me say that
God.
a mind stretched by this Oliver Window is not my quote. A mind stretched by a new idea never goes back to its original form.
Yeah.
When you see
You
that,
can't go back.
you like, oh Lord, that was just powerful.
Yeah.
If we did that in an hour,
Yeah.
what could we do in 2 hours?
Come on.
Man.
What about 3?
And the Metro PCS, when we got that shut down, and then it was a brother that
There was
came
a brother
in
came afterwards. He owned
and
the
took
store.
over that little chain.
Say
You know
that,
what I'm
say that,
saying?
say
Like,
that,
man,
say
we
that.
not playing with y'all.
Come on now.
Yeah. And one of my favorite parts, the fear on the face of those that come into our communities,
Yeah.
because they don't expect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They move in our spaces willy nilly, and they are comfortable. And when we're able to come through there, like, okay,
Yeah.
not today.
Yeah.
When
They don't expect it,
they
but
don't
they
expect
respect
it.
it.
And then
Like,
we come
damn.
back the next day.
And we came back.
Today too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
out
we
here.
get what we said we came in here for.
Right.
What it
right,
do? You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And
Like,
we've seen that in small spaces.
yeah.
We know what happened when that gets magnified by a magnifying glass.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
We see that already, family.
Yeah.
We know what the power is. We see it in the oppressor's eyes.
Yeah.
it.
We see it in those who are enemy to the community. We see it, family.
Yeah,
right?
we do.
And all I'm saying to you, fam, right? It has changed my life as well. It really has, right? Because it ain't nothing like this right here, family.
Can't watch TV the
Nothing
same.
like, I don't do nothing.
Can't
the
listen
same.
to music
Let
the
me say
same.
something real
Like-
quick. I remember you talked about how long it's been in your soul and in your spirit. And for me, you know what I'm saying, it's been in me for an extremely long time. Like I've always been this, right? I remember just the earliest experience, just remember like the family just watching that Mississippi burning in the house, right?
Girl.
And it was almost like a damn. It was almost, we gathered up.
Yeah.
We gathered up. It was a huddle. Like, let's check this out. And I checked that out, and my soul cringed to say, I looked around the house like,
Y'all see this?
right, y'all see what's going on?
Yeah.
We got together like we watching, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying?
Something
The
like-
Super Bowl
Incredibles
or
or
something.
something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what? And I'm like, this is painful.
Yeah.
I got up a couple of I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so damn
Yeah.
mad, right? It hit me in my soul so quick. Then I got locked up. And after all that trying to get me to be in school and be educational and read, and I knew it was in me, I never did it. But in there, the first book that came around to my cell in Division 6 in 2R was the autobiography of Malcolm X. I was like, let me get that. I looked at it, that bad boy, about 600 pages. I
Yeah.
said, ooh, Lord have mercy. Why
Yeah,
would I
that's a
go
good
with
book.
this for my first one? With 600 pages, though. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, can I do this?
And Malcolm
Now-
don't tiptoe around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It
and
wasn't
it
no
was that,
social.
right, and it was that Alex Haley version,
Yeah.
right? I read it. I promise you, that was the first book I read from beginning to end. And I didn't read it. I was him. I
Yeah, yeah.
jumped in there.
Yeah.
Like, let me see how
I
this
need
would have
that.
affected
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
life. You know what I'm saying? If I would have had to walk this walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm with him, Detroit Red. Let's get it right there. All right, I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the transition, right? Then you see how we get treated from Emmett Till to George Floyd. You see our sisters. We not stupid.
Yeah.
We know what the issue is with Sandra Bland.
Yeah. Breonna Taylor.
We know what it is, family,
Yep.
right?
Corinne
Then-
Gaines.
And we were talking about earlier, like you talked about it, the constant pressure that we under. What's on your mind when you go out of town and you on the E-way and you doing 75 or you
Yeah.
chilling under the speed limit, but you driving while black? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
When you see that police car on the side, that
Yeah.
Ohio State Trooper.
Yeah.
That's that constant pressure we talking about
Yeah.
around here, family. You know, at any moment this shit could crack.
Yeah.
When your children aren't right next to you or in the room or close, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? My little sister's in college now. And I just be thinking, like, I hope she okay out there on campus. I hope she, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of us on campus out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I hope she protected. I hope she's safe. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about when our children, when my son gets to high school and then your son getting ready to be grown. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, it's just, and that's not to say other people don't worry, but the way we worry.
I worry a little bit because it's something happening to us. We not just worrying just
Yeah.
to be worrying.
We out
like
there.
our children are being assassinated on the streets.
And bro say that's why we need our own army. Got to be able to retaliate. And that's real
And
talk.
so that's listen. So do we all agree that at any moment any one of us can be hunted down?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
What we gonna do about it is what Brother E
Absolutely.
be saying. What's the consequence for doing that? For making us have to live under this constant pressure? What we gonna do about it?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I would like to just put out there, we have our own army. We calling them thugs and little niggas
let's go.
and pushing them aside and crossing streets while they walking down the street. We treating them like they aren't a part of us and who we are.
Exactly.
They out here fighting with each other. They don't have people grabbing them and molding their minds in the right space. Like I look at a lot of the people that I graduated with. These young men, class of 97, are doing some really great things. Engineers, accountants, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all start grabbing up these young men. You know what I'm saying?
Mentoring.
You're mentoring you brothers that have military experience. Start grabbing up these young boys and giving them something. And then we got to start putting something in the pot to take care of them, because a lot of these kids, they don't, like, some of them are orphans. You know what I mean? Like, we absolutely have an army, and they are trainable. We just need people that are willing to train them and remain consistent.
Shouts out to you too, D Cook. Man,
Yes, sir.
Nines, you know, it takes a special person to be able to walk in the room with our youth and command it the way that you have. I've been there, you know, a few times, and it's so powerful.
You got the right
it's
balance.
heartfelt, it's truthful, it's genuine, and that's what they need. It's transparent. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you.
And it really that's what we need. And we don't need, you know, because, you know, our children, like I said, I always tell how sharp they are. They can pick bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't none of that in none of your presentations.
That's
none of
love
that.
right there.
So,
The
man,
transparency
respect.
that you come with.
Yeah.
You know what
can
I'm
speak
saying?
the language.
Man, I really appreciate y'all for that. You know, and actually
Follow bro on TikTok,
man,
IG,
he killing.
Facebook. Stop
okay.
playing.
I am
I
Gerald
am
Cook.
Gerald Cook. For sure, right? But I actually, you just made me think now. I actually just had my first speaking engagement of the year. Shout out to Principal Thompson at Paul Revere Elementary in Grand Crossing.
All right.
You know, LaShonda, the whole staff there, right? Like, and it was that business, right? Like, they shut it down. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Let's
Come
go.
on.
Catch
That's
them
it.
early.
Let's
Yep.
go. Like, come on, right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro,
That's it.
do your thing.
I miss
You know what I'm saying?
assemblies.
And I'm talking about that energy. That's one of the things I start off with. Like, listen, family, ain't gonna take too much time. You know, everybody in here know you can feel when somebody real and when they not, right? Believe me when I tell you that it's 100 what's coming from me right now, right? And it's so powerful, the questions that I get back from these youth after we speak about things like, we spoke on accountability, respect, and leading with love, right? And I share my story with them about my mom's being incarcerated for over 30 years, me being gone for over 10 years, you know. And one of the guys, after I finished talking, one of the questions was, who took care of you after your mom went to prison, right? And so just our first instinct, you know, your first thought is just to answer the question, right? Which I'm gonna do, right?
Right.
But because I'm in this field of social work, because we're in the field of, you know, understanding or working or listening deliberately and with intent,
Yeah.
I know that question
Came
from
from
somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah.
Come on. He
Yeah.
want to
Right?
know what you did.
Somebody
Yeah.
missing. Somebody missing in the picture, right? And how the hell did you deal with that? Because I'm about to snap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't you know I get picked on in this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Talk about my mama being locked up. We made eye contact. I locked in with him. You know what I'm saying? And came over and dapped him up first. Like, thank you for that question, Ken. All right? And then made eye contact everywhere so I can feel like I'm talking to the room. But this is for him. I'm coming
And you
back
are talking
you.
to the room.
No doubt, right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But this is his moment. I need to give him
Yeah.
something to let him know I felt him.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to lose that inquisitive nature that he has right now and the braveness
Yeah, that vulnerable,
To
being
ask.
vulnerable.
to be vulnerable in that moment.
But you allow that, though. That comes from you.
Yeah. Because when I was watching the one, and you was in there crying. No,
That
but
could
for
be
real.
any one of them.
No, for real. Like, that could have been, and that could have been any one
But
of them.
that's the-
But
that's the
it's
pa-
just
that's the
fact-
dope part
In
of
a
it.
world where, you know, black men and black boys are told to suck it up, you know what I'm saying?
We
I
laughing
love
at the
you, man.
president, y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But just the like the be strong, suck it up, don't be
cry.
no bitch.
Right.
You know, all
Real
that
men
kind of
don't
shit.
cry.
And then here you are saying, yeah, I've been behind them bars. You know what I'm saying?
And it
I
hurt.
still knock a
And it
nigga
hurt.
out. But
Yeah.
guess what?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It
yeah.
came
I'll
from
shed a tear,
there.
too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then they're able to be like,
It's
damn,
okay.
this lump in my throat, I can go ahead and swallow.
Everybody's face, they cheeks
Yeah.
get red, bushy. It's almost like it's a aura that come over the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
I can see the cheeks back at me.
Yes.
I can see the arms folded.
Yeah.
I can see the slump in the seat involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important. You know, they could have called anybody in there to deliver the message. But when I ask most people, like, why they picked me, it's because of that connection and that realness.
Yeah.
And I promise you, them youth, they knew, you know what I'm saying, that they had somebody in there that cared and loved for them. And that's all the difference in the world. That's all we talking about.
That's it.
Sister
all
Oya,
we
you
talking
know,
about,
you
fam.
have that as well,
Yeah, she got
mother,
it.
out
She
there
got
in
it.
the, you know, when we out there 10 toes down there, You know
They've
what I
been
mean?
calling
You
me
have-
mother since grammar school.
I mean, she just, well, baby, you know, and while we over there like, man, them a drunk, you know.
Yeah,
She like,
Sister
no,
Oya who be doing that
no,
too. In the meeting, I said it was you, but that was Sister Oya I was thinking about, right?
You know,
Referring to you as mom.
And it's just like she just, you know, she has this, you know, she won't stop.
This
you know,
old lady
the hand,
spirit.
you know what I'm saying? It's just a welcoming. I remember one time we was doing Streets is Watching, and this little sister was just wilding out there. You know, she wasn't
With the
wilding.
baby.
She was wilding with
She
the baby.
was drunk. She was wild. She was
And
arguing with her mom.
Yeah, and you know, I'm amazed. Always call me mean, but I was sitting there like, I'm finna go home. I'm
Yeah.
not finna play with these people tonight. And I was just like, come on, man, like this is not, you know. But you know, at the end of that Streets is Watching, we had her phone number. We came back to check on them, and I still talk to her mom today.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was all natural though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eric said, "You all right?"
Yeah.
But man,
It was
it's
just organic. Though, right?
organic.
I remember the
organic.
most, that baby head was so heavy. Because I took her baby and she went ahead and fell asleep. And I remember, I forget who it was Anthony. Was like, how you just gonna take that girl baby?
Yeah.
I was like, cause she in the middle of the street, cutting up.
Yeah.
From the,
Hey,
talking about
listen,
how
I
you
need to
gonna
cut
take
you
her
off, sis. Something just jumped into my head when you was talking, right?
What?
I was just thinking about one night when we was out on Streets is Watching, and we ready to do our thing, move through the community. When we doing it, it was me, Brother E, and EJ. Us three. We moving, and we turn the corner, and we was talking to a sister at the corner, and another brother had came from around the corner just because of our energy. And was like, hey, when y'all leave from right here, it's an old man around the corner. He nodding. When I tell you he been there for a minute,
yeah.
and he not gonna make it to the house, not today. You know what I'm saying? It was like, could y'all go check on them next? Brother E immediately, you know what I'm saying? He moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to finish the conversation with the sis. EJ right there, like, hey, I got you, bro. And we move around the corner, and we go around there, and he in that nod, right? Brother E walk over to him. He say, hey, bro, you all right? You all right? He come out. He wake up for a second. He with us. He like, all right, come on. We gonna take you to the crib. It was winter. It was one of these winters past. And we kept asking him, like, what's your address? He couldn't give it to us. He was halfway
He was
going
out of
through
there.
it, right?
Yeah.
It was like 1938 East. We like, what? East what? You know what I'm saying?
Where we going, bro?
Right, East what? You know? And so as he doing that, brothers just start swinging into action. EJ get the, no, let me get that ID.
Let's
Go straight
figure it
to
out.
Facebook, right? Find that last name. Just get to sending messages.
Yeah.
Got family with this name. And get a hit. Sister like, yeah, that's my daddy. Where he at?
Yeah.
We like, we out on, I think we was on 79th that night. And it's freezing out here. He ain't got
Yeah.
no gloves, hands swole up for various reasons.
Well, yeah.
And so, Brother E, we made the call like, go get the vessel. And drove him to South Shore Hospital.
Yeah.
Checked him in, made sure he got checked in. The people that worked there was like, what y'all doing?
Yeah. And why y'all
Right,
bringing
and why
him?
y'all doing
Y'all
this?
know
Must
him.
be so
Like,
We like,
this our brother, motherfucker. Now, get a chair.
this where folks to come in. This what you supposed to
This
do.
what you supposed to do.
This what you supposed to do.
listen.
And like Brother Air, he say spent a few hours trying to get that brother home. And that's what happens. You be
Yeah.
out in streets is watching, and then you end up spending extra hours
Yep.
working with your people. Like,
family.
you know.
That
it's
right
beautiful.
there, that's the pulse of what we doing. That's the energy that we bring to the streets of Chicago. Listen, I don't know nothing about nobody else. I'm just talking about when New Urban Chicago move. It's a mutual respect on that pavement out there. I
Facts.
promise you, family. Because we come through 100% love. And when people see it, they automatically give it back, family.
Yep.
This is how we know we can make change.
Yeah.
Because when we move, whatever the energy was right there, it automatically goes up. They be like, peace and love, family. We
Because
see
it's
y'all.
being demonstrated. You
Keep
know?
doing y'all thing,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So we know it's there, right? We just need a little bit more action, family.
Yep.
Just a little bit more action. So I'm going to repeat this. If you want to get involved, I don't care what you do, sis. You crochet, you knit. What you a gym teacher? What you decent in science? The arts, the craft, STEAM. You know, what? We don't care.
Whatever it is.
We don't care, family.
You a historian?
Let's go, family.
You
You
know.
need it in the community.
Yeah.
Our race needs you.
Your black man, black woman, your race needs you.
Yep.
That's just the bottom line, family. All right? Let's come outside together as a community and build in front of the world.
Because we all we got, man. We are all we got.
Facts.
Like it ain't even you can't even really put nothing else with that. You know what I'm saying?
And if you curious as to what you can offer or donate as far as time or passion, look, you know, we have food programs, we have clothing and you know, clothing drives and coat drives. You know, if you have any supplies that you want to offer us, we have a community engagement program where we always in need of garbage bags, gloves, things like that. You know, we like to help people, just individual families that may have, you know, had a fire or something like that. We like to, you know, reach out to them and help them, you know, just kind of take off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Start back over. You know, it's a lot of different ways that we can all come out, family. And even if it's not coming out, you know, donate, you know. We many hands make light work.
Come on.
You know,
Yeah.
family. And so that's what we strive to do with our time, you know, our families, just the passion that we have for our people. It just shines through in all of our actions. And,
Absolutely.
you know, it takes, you know, some real solid people. And I'm saying this humbly. Well, maybe not. I ain't saying it humbly. I'm just telling you what it is. It's just, it takes a certain type of person to continuously do this.
It does.
As consistent as we are. And we don't take it for granted at all. So, you know, we give thanks to the ancestors for all the direction and the protection, as always. And we just, you know, when we come out, we have to kind of, you know, change the verbiage a little bit. It's not a protest. It's a demonstration. We are demonstrating what we need to do as a
Tell
people.
people, we never outside protesting or what you marching for. No, we demonstrating
ain't
what this
marching.
black love look like in public, all right?
Yeah.
So listen, family, this is what you do. Reach out to New Era Chicago. Let's get involved. Let's take it to the next level. So you got something to say before we get up out of here?
No, well, I was looking for some businesses. Y'all didn't drop no businesses on us, but that's okay. I thought I saw one, but I didn't. That's okay.
All right, listen, family. The gleaming mountain of success is really a pile of trash, all right? Stop believing in the stuff that we looking at and following those paths right now to go somewhere. The difference between successful living and unsuccessful living is not trouble-free living. We all gonna mess up. It's that by discovering a life plan and then implementing that plan, successful people stand on their pile of trash while unsuccessful people lay underneath theirs. Don't never lay under no pile of trash, family. Let's go. All power to the people.
All
be
power
nasty.
to the people.
All power to the people. Eric, you ain't got
Eric
no
said,
business.
"Tell him about his business." OnlyFans. OnlyFans.
Revolutionary at night.
Ratchet revolutionary.
We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the map. Even for the ones who don't identify with being black. Hebrews the best elixir. Go ahead and try your batch. It's truth serum. I let loose spirits. The ancestors speak to me. I spit the truth. Hear it. Broken souls here to re-engineer them so that they fearless. This precious atmospheric as the hell is spinning. Trying to strategize a way so we can start winning. If it gives you pride of yourself, embracing this feeling. Say no new friends, that's what happened to the village. Too much individualism, it's easier to pillage. I'm just making this appearance for coherence, so you can understand what we up against. Hit the reset button, switch governance. It's my contract to the people that I'm publishing. It's a new era, hood to hood, feel the power, and I'm loving it. Turn up, neck turn up, strapped with the black burner. Murder, you sleeping and I shoot up your server. Corrupted service after 5 minutes, time to purge 'em. We waking up and that's what got 'em nervous. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black.